History Room and Project. We are going to be interviewing Dr. Mangum and Dr. Mangum today. We'll be asking a series of questions, and the Mangums will be answering, and we'll be having a conversation about local history in Uniondale. So good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. We're very excited. This is our first interview. So we're very excited to get started. Thank you. Thank you. So I understand that even though you're a part of Uniondale, the town, and the history and the culture, that you live in North Baldwin, which is a part of the Uniondale Library District and the Uniondale School District.
Mm-hmm.
So can you talk a little bit about your experience in the Uniondale School District with yourselves and with your children growing up in the Uniondale School District?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Start.
I have to start. Yeah, we moved to Uniondale. Originally, our children were of school age. So we continued to take them to the Bronx where we were working. And then when they became of age, we started them going to Grand Avenue School. Then they went to Lawrence Road and Uniondale High School.
Very nice. Did they have a great experience?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
There are 4 of them.
Oh, wow. Okay. So did they all have around the same experience, or did they all have different experiences?
I would say they had similar experiences. They were very enriched. They were very involved in all of the clubs and bands and
Sports.
And had a very, very good experience. We're not just saying that. That's really true.
That's great. And as far as academics go, you felt that they had a very well-rounded academic education?
They did. And because of that, they were able to get into actually the best schools in the country. Yale, Princeton, UPenn, and Fordham.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. You must be so proud. That's great to hear. And you yourselves have been part of the Uniondale School District as principals?
I was
Yes.
assistant principal and principal at California Avenue School for 18 years. And then when I retired, I ran for the school board, and then I was on the school board for 12 years. So, yes, we've been around for a long time.
Excellent.
And
Yeah, I've been very involved in PTA. I've been the PTA president at several of the schools, and then I was also a member of Uniondale School.
Wow.
for 9 years.
For 9 years. Okay, great. So with local resources, did your family use any local resources in Uniondale? Obviously, we know you enjoy the library, but when you were living here and when your kids were growing up, did you tap into any other local resources?
Yeah, some of the sports teams and Terry. Some of the teams that they were on.
Well, they right through the schools. Yeah, they were on the swim team and the track team and volleyball and soccer.
Wow, you covered it all with 4 kids, right? You covered every single sport.
Stayed busy.
You did. You stayed busy.
And PTA, we were strong members of PTA from before we became part of the Uniondale staff. We started with PTA at Grand Avenue and continued and got more and more involved with PTA over the years.
Lawrence Road, Uniondale High School.
That's great. That's so important. I am a member of my PTA, but I'm sure I'm not as involved as you are. Lives are crazy right now. So did you frequent any local restaurants or any local parks?
Yes, we went to Uniondale Park for various activities that were there.
Eisenhower Park.
Any particular stores that you remember being a patron of that you recall that are no longer there, or ones that are still here and that you were particularly fond of?
Pizza restaurant.
The pizza restaurant? The one down the block?
Yes.
Okay.
The Dominican restaurant in the corner there.
The Dominican restaurant on Front Street and
Right.
Uniondale Avenue. So they've been here for a long time?
There was a supermarket on Front Street too that I remember I bought a lot of things there for our events at California Avenue. It's changed now.
Okay. It's no longer there.
Things changed.
Okay. Any houses of worships or maybe local gas stations that you always frequent?
I think we did those before.
Okay.
St. Martha's.
Yeah, he attends St. Martha.
St. Martha's. Okay. And you've always had a nice experience there? Yes. Okay, great. Have you ever used any form of transportation in Uniondale besides your personal vehicle?
No, I don't think so.
So no public transportation or the busing system in Uniondale?
No.
Did your kids use a bus?
School bus.
A school bus? How was that experience? They always,
It was good.
it was always good?
Sometimes it was like, it's walk home with friends.
Oh, okay.
But with sports, they came home late
Okay.
on the late bus.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
we were very involved with the bus.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so I'm dealing with late buses now, myself. Yeah, sometimes they're later
So
than
you know.
you would want them to be. Yes, I know exactly. So how would you describe your interactions with your friends and neighbors in Uniondale?
We thought it was very good.
Yeah. You know, although we live in Baldwin, we had many friends and interactions in Uniondale. Many of our friends and people that we worked with were from Uniondale. And so we were involved in the issues that occurred in Uniondale.
Do you have any special memories of any particular interactions? Any events, perhaps?
Oh, there were so many, with 4 children over 30 years.
A lot.
So many. But, you know, running for public office, both of us, we got very involved in the politics and the fun things that went on over the years. UCC and
Right.
yeah, some of the other organizations, you know,
Parade
Garden,
down the street here.
yeah,
Parade.
all of the memorial parades. Everybody marched in it, played their instruments,
Great.
and then when we were on the school board, we marched in it too.
Great. So you have fun memories of events and picnics and
Right.
block parties and all that good stuff. Great. And obviously you were members, active members in community programs and organizations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We tried to support whatever went on. We bought tickets and we attended and
You had mentioned the UCC.
right. They had their scholarship dance in January. We tried to support that. In fact, both of us were honorees at their affairs too.
Oh, excellent. That must be a fun memory.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
And so although we live in Baldwin, very active in the Baldwin Civic Association,
Mm-hmm.
many organizations in that area, you know, we reside in the Uniondale School District, so we've been involved in Uniondale as well as Baldwin.
Right. So you got the best of both. Right? You participate
And we
in the
sort of
best of
split
both.
ourselves so that we can participate in everything.
And everything. Okay, that's great. Do you still remain in touch with any friends that you've made throughout the years?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's nice. Nice, that's great. If you were to ask someone, what is it about living in North Baldwin / Uniondale, I'll say, what is the best part of it? What would you say, or what would they say?
So it's sort of spread out. Like we're by community, you might say.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Yes.
very involved in the Baldwin community, but very involved in the Uniondale community, and that's how it's been all these 46 years, I think, that we've been living here.
Wow. So if you ask somebody, what do you think about their experience, do you think that they would respond positively?
We go to the Civic Association meetings and we hear what people say. Sometimes they're very happy with things, but many times they are not happy. And I guess that's why they come to the meetings, so they can voice their opinions about whatever's going on.
Right. It's so important to have those meetings,
Right.
to have the opportunity to be heard.
And when we were on the school board, people came to the school board meetings and voiced their opinions about those things too.
Mm-hmm.
Some good.
We weren't on the school board at the same time.
Not at the same time.
Okay.
He was 9 years before, he was before me, and then several years later, I was on for 12 years.
Within those 12 years, were the questions or concerns, did they remain the same or did they change?
They changed because the community changed. Okay. And the concerns changed over the years. And some of them were very challenging, but in general, everybody wanted what was best for the children.
Good.
And they asked questions about ways that we could make it better.
Excellent. So when you first were on the school board, what were the main concerns? Do you recall?
When you got on, there were different concerns than when I was on. I remember when he first started, they didn't have full-day kindergarten.
Oh.
And that was a big issue for years.
Yes.
There was a divide in the way people thought.
Yes.
And I tend to be a little bit of a feminist, and I did not care for the statement that one of the board members, not him, said that women should stay home with their children. You know, that we don't need a full-day kindergarten because women should stay home with their children. Did not care for that.
Oh, what year do you think that was around?
What year was that? Maybe the early 90s? Because full-day kindergarten did start, I think it was either 1999 or 2000.
Okay. So do you think that you were instrumental in creating the full-day kindergarten for Uniondale?
I wasn't on the board,
okay.
But I was a PTA person, and
okay.
I was the public.
Mm.
And I went to those meetings. I spoke up at those meetings.
Yes.
And he was on the board, and he favored full-day also.
Yes.
Oh, so you were instrumental in getting the full-day kindergarten.
Yeah, such archaic thinking.
Yes.
Even back then, it was old thinking.
Yeah.
Yes, it was, for sure. I thought you were going to say a much earlier date, so in the 90s, yes.
That's when it was, must have been the late 80s.
Right.
Around that time.
Okay, thank you. That's very interesting. That's great to know that you were a part of that. So how has Uniondale changed specifically between when you were first, when your kids first started to go to the school district until right now, present day?
Well, I think that there was a larger portion of white students.
Not the demographics have changed considerably.
Demographics have changed
considerably. And I have a perspective because I was principal, it was 18 years. So there were waves of changes over the years.
Right.
And we can actually see it. As you said, back when I started in 1988. There were a lot more white students.
Mm-hmm.
Then gradually it became more African American students. And then gradually it became more Latino students.
Mm-hmm.
You could see the waves of change as people moved in and out of the community.
Thank you. Okay, that's so interesting. Thank you so much. Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, once I did a research on that, and way back in the beginning, not the beginning, but in the early days, there was even a Chinese presence in Uniondale that people really don't know did occur back then.
Wow, yeah, no, I didn't know that. So that's good. That's great knowledge. Good to know. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
And we're just going to circle back. So we're the library, And I'm just curious, how long have you been a member of the Uniondale Public Library?
I think as long as we've lived
Yes.
in Boulder.
Okay,
Uniondale
yes.
Library. 46 years.
Wow, 46 years to be.
And being educators, we brought our children. We were very involved in all the library programs for children back when we started.
That's great. So you would describe your experience as a positive one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Extremely.
Oh, great. Thank you so much.
So much so that he ran for the library board.
Yes, I was just going to say that. And how many years have you been on the board?
10 or close to 10 years. Close to 10 years.
Close to 10 years. That's a great residency. It's a long residency on our board.
Good things.
No, that's okay. Listen, we all forget things. We all forget things. And I'm just gonna ask and wrap this up. Have your reasons for visiting the library 46 years ago changed from your reasons visiting the library today?
No, I think the library has a number of interesting programs. We like to bring out children as they age and now grandchildren. And so it's a wonderful facility. It really provides a lot of services for our community. And as the community has changed, the library has also made adaptations to serve the community.
Thank you.
And we've evolved. When we first came, it was our children,
Right.
us, but our children as well, and in all the programs. And as they've grown up, we've been involved in different things. Now that they have gone, they're adults now.
Mm-hmm.
We come back for things for ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're involved in, like I do the book club, and
Mm-hmm.
he does the library board.
Yes. And I've seen you on Zoom programs during the pandemic. Yes.
Since that's been a big change, the whole pandemic thing and the virtual world.
Mm-hmm.
And I think some people actually like that. You don't have to come out at night.
Yes.
Dress up.
Yes.
You can be
Yes.
very involved, but
Mhm.
stay home.
But stay home. Yes. It's given us
For
different
the live
opportunities.
programs too, we come to that.
Okay.
And avail ourselves.
And I think it's great that you mentioned you bring your grandchildren.
Yeah, they like it.
Yeah, of course. That's great. And do they also live around the
No,
area?
They don't. They come when they're visiting,
Okay.
and we look up to see what's going on.
What's going on?
They've been to many programs.
That's great. And you could always find something, right? That's great. That's so good to hear. So did you have any final thoughts on just being in Uniondale and your overall experience?
Well, I think it's been a terrific experience. I mean, the library has really been a resource for the community. I mean, it's really something that brings people together, whether or not their children go to public school or private school or their age or whatever it is. And so it's really a location that brings people together. They enjoy it, and I think it's just a tremendous facility.
Thank you.
It's been a benefit over all of these years. It's something we could rely on, to find what we need and
Mhm.
find the kinds of input that we needed and our children needed and now our grandchildren need.
Definitely. That's so nice to hear because the Uniondale Library, its mission has always been to serve the community, and we really do pride ourselves on being a part of the community and being there for them. So thank you so much for that really amazing sentiment, and we really appreciate your time today. This has been wonderful, and we're always here for you.
Our pleasure.
All right, thank you
And we'll
so
be
much.
here.
Excellent. We enjoy seeing you and your smile every time you walk in the door. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.